I love it. Welcome back to Living 808, everybody. The next season of Aloha Authentic is set to premiere on KH1 and we got all the details.
Yep, and Johnny is in the Living 808 Lounge with host Kamaka Pili. Hey, John.
John.
All right, thanks. In the Living 808 Lounge with the man himself, Kamaka Pili. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm so stoked. I think this is, what, the second time I'm on your show?
Yeah, this is a really long journey for him as he has to take about 20 steps from down the other side of the building to this room right here. So thank you so much. Hey, Aloha Authentic going in its third season.
Can you believe it?
Congratulations. This is great.
It's been a hoot.
Tell us about the show and how it's been received. Obviously, it's been received pretty well if you're starting another season.
I would hope so. I really just get feedback, word of mouth, and so far it's been awesome. I mean, I think the biggest thing is for local people who are familiar with some of the things that we talk about but don't necessarily know. So once they hear, I think that catches their ear and they just kind of hold on for the conversation and come out knowing a lot more than they did before.
Yeah, thank you, because I have actually learned quite a bit from watching your shows, which, by the way, are so superbly shot. Some of the most beautiful backdrops.
That's Reese Kaneshiro for you. He's our producer. I'm very fortunate to have him as a partner.
Yeah, and it is a partnership, I'm sure. Tell me some of your favorite topics, some of your favorite shows, maybe?
One of my favorite shows that we've done that I think was a great success was on Mahu and homosexuality, but through a cultural approach to it. So when we spoke with Kumuhina, she just knocked it out of the park in terms of being able to hit the points that I was hoping we can hit, but then just do it in such a way that it was easy to understand. And I think the big thing with her, and just the fact that she's so open to talk about it, is I think a lot of us people are interested in the topic but don't know how to talk about it.
Sure.
So I think through this platform we were able to kind of ask those uncomfortable questions in a safe space and get those answers that we are just curious about.
I grew up with her, and she has definitely crossed bridges and opened doors for a lot of people. So that you're right. That was probably one of my favorites too. Well, thank you for that. Appreciate that. The shows are great. I'm curious to know, what do you have in store for season 3, which, by the way, airs tonight?
I'm curious to know as well. Well, we've done, I think, like the first quarter of this 12 episodes in this season. But the first one that we're talking about tonight is ukulele, and I think that's interesting because that is a topic the whole world, to some extent, is familiar with. So we can help to fill in the spaces that people don't know. But just between other cultural aspects of cultural arts, I do want to touch upon more of those human interest stories, but that's a little bit more of a challenge to put together and flow fluidly. But touch upon the different islands. There's so much things we can talk about from different perspectives when we talk about different homes and different islands and their approach to a specific topic. So.
Well, you bring that up, and that was part of my next question. I'd like to know what the mission is of this show. What is the mission of Aloha Authentic? What do you hope to accomplish with it?
Originally, which I don't think has changed too much, but was my demographic that I always wanted to influence the most was our tourists and our visitors, because to me, they're the ones who fly back home across the world and share their stories with their family, and that's that ripple effect that continues. But a lot of the stories they share aren't necessarily the most accurate, or even coming from our perspective. So the idea with this show was, let's capture our own mo'olelo through our own storytellers, and this be the stories that they take back home. Is that this isn't necessarily just an education show, but I think it's really, I like to think that this is something that contributes back to our community. So I'm hoping that we can continue that and make my demographic, as much as they say don't go too broad, between the visitors and our own local people, that is a broad demographic. But
well, I mean, I think it's a good idea to both educate tourists and Kama'aina with the same show, but I'd take it a step further and even suggest maybe even educating tourists prior to them coming, and I think that's a great idea. And there you go. But there is an opportunity to be able to see the shows. Tonight is your season 3 premiere, yes?
Yes, tonight 9:30 and KHON.
How can folks watch past episodes?
Well, we rebroadcast twice after. So after tonight, then it'll play on Hawaii CW on Friday, and then on Sunday on KHI. And then it will also be on KHON2.com. So no matter if you can't make those dates, no matter where you are across the world, tune into there and you can watch it.
What about season 1 and season 2? Or is there an opportunity to see those episodes?
Yeah,
as
so
well?
all of those are on the website as well on KHON2, and then we also have our weekly component of the street segments, also called Aloha Authentic, and those are also on top of the website as well. So.
And if that wasn't enough and you didn't get your fill, you can always watch Kamaka on our nightly weather forecasts.
Yeah, just tune into KHON2. That's all you need to know.
Well, you struck lightning with this thing because I think it's a great show. So thank you so
Thank you
much. I
very much,
appreciate
John.
you being here. And
Wow.
Kamaka Pili, you can catch him on the weather forecasts on our KHON2 News, but also Aloha Authentic. And
Did you know?
now you do. Mikey, back to you. What do we got coming up next?
Thanks, John. Thanks, Kamaka. All right, you guys, when we come back, we are counting down this week's top 10 songs and another edition of Hawaii's Top 10.